What's up guys, I hope you're all well. Today we're making a wonderful chicken biryani. So let's get straight into it. Let's start with our spice blend. I used 3 bay leaves, coriander seeds, 3 cloves, cardamom pods and cumin seeds. Now toast these all together on high heat for about 1 minute. Make sure not to burn these. So once you get that strong aroma in the air, take them off the fire. Now transfer them into a spice blender. If you don't have a spice blender like me, crush them in a paper towel and then put them in a normal blender. I used fresh bay leaves, so I took these stems out. And don't forget to use everything off the top as well. And now let's marinate our chicken. I've got 9 pieces of chicken here, and I'm going to add to them 2 tablespoons of yogurt. And make sure to get that juice in as well. Some oil, black pepper, kosher salt, the biryani spice blend. Make sure to get all of it in. Now turmeric and Kashmiri chili pepper. Now don't forget to add garlic and ginger to the marinade. I've got 5 cloves of garlic here and some ginger. I'm going to mince them up. And if you've got the patience, grind it into a nice paste as well. Now set in the fridge to rest overnight. If you can't do overnight, make a few cuts in each piece of chicken to make sure it gains all that flavor. And try to let it marinate at least for 3 hours. And now the rice. You want to soak your rice in advance for about 30 minutes in lukewarm water. When that's done, you want to wash and drain your rice about 4 or 5 times, until the water runs clear. Make sure you use a good long grain basmati rice. And now spread your chicken evenly on a baking tray and put it in the oven for 45 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius with the fan. Keep this delicious extra marinade and put it on the chicken halfway through its cooking. Now for the biryani mixture, I've got 5 yellow onions and I'm going to preheat a good amount of oil while I cut these onions. Once the oil is hot, throw in those onions. And stir them frequently so they fry evenly. To your onions, you're going to add a green chili, garlic and ginger paste. And grind them down as much as possible. As you can see, my onions haven't cooked very evenly, so that's why you need to keep stirring them throughout. Once your onions are crispy, you can take some out and can serve them on some paper, so you can add them later to your final dish. Now that my chicken's halfway done, I'm going to add the leftover marinade. And it's looking delicious. And back in the oven. I changed the settings from fan to grill, so the chicken would cook on both settings, but I'm not actually sure it did anything. Now add your green chili paste. Now cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes before adding your tomatoes. I use tomato puree, but you can use chopped tomatoes as well. Now cook for a further 2 minutes and add 1 cinnamon stick, some salt, 1 bay leaf, a dash of water, 5 cardamom pods and 2 cloves. Cook the spices through, and in the meantime, cut yourself a lemon into slices. Now that it's cooked through, add your yogurt, including the juices, and cook it through until the yogurt and the oil separate. Then I added chicken broth in the form of half a packaged stock cube and a large stock cube of my own, followed by double the cups of water than your cups of rice. I would actually advise that instead of putting double the amount of water, you would put about 80 to 85% of that and add more water later if you need it. Once it comes to simmer, put in your rice. Now cover this and cook until there's a little water left. While the rice is cooking, make some saffron water by simply adding some saffron to some warm water. If you don't have saffron, try using some beetroot powder, which doesn't add the same flavor but has a strong color. I use both of them together. Now that there's little water left, it's time to add our chicken, saffron water, lemons and some fresh mint. The chicken leaks some wonderful juices out in the oven, so I'm going to add these to the pot as well. Now place a clean kitchen cloth on the top, place your lid and let it steam for about quarter of an hour on low heat. Now for this exquisite sauce. To 10 to 15 leaves of fresh mint, add your yogurt, 1 green chili. I use this pomegranate molasses, shredded coconut, and 1 teaspoon of honey. This sauce is super flexible, so you can change the amounts of these ingredients to make it more fresh, sweet, sour, or whatever. Now that the 15 minutes are up, I'm going to add a tablespoon of ghee to my rice. If you don't have ghee, you can use butter instead. Okay guys, let's plate up our delicious biryani. I'm going to do a layer of our rice, a layer of the chicken, and then repeat that over again. Sprinkle a little coriander and mint over the top if you want to be fancy, along with your leftover onions. This dish was absolutely beautiful, the rice was amazing, the chicken was moist, and the sauce fitted in perfectly. A nice chicken biryani never gets old. I highly recommend you to try this dish out. Your friends and family will love you for it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.